Hello everybody, I'm JC, and in today's video, I am going to be making an original character for a game called Poppy Playtime. Now, as many may know, Poppy Playtime has made a huge impact in the mascot horror community, with its gameplay, story, and characters with sad and tragic backstories. And since like 2 months ago, Poppy Playtime has gotten its 4th chapter, and since I really adore this game series, I decided to make a video on it. But this is no ordinary gaming video. This is an art channel, of course, and in this video, I will be making new stories with new original characters and new settings to more expand of the world of Poppy Playtime. And hey, if you guys like this video, I would appreciate it if you guys would hit the like and subscribe button. And if you want to see more of this stuff in the future, let me know in the comments below. Now, without further ado, let's get into the video. One day, in Playtime Co's Playcare, there was a little boy named Steven, and Steven was caring and loving to his fellow orphans, often reading them stories, helping them with their schoolwork, and more. All of the orphans loved Steven, but the adults thought Steven was reckless. Steven often got himself into trouble with the staff by doing things he wasn't supposed to. But after everything Steven has done, he was the perfect specimen. Meet Snuggy Wuggy, the brother to Huggy Wuggy. Snuggy first was seen in the episode Huggy's Cold. Snuggy was depicted as a rebel and didn't like doing what he was told, to appeal to more teenage audiences, of course. But also in that episode, he was kind and loving to his brother Huggy. After that episode, Snuggy grew in popularity and even had his own toys. And after Snuggy's popularity, every scientist in Playtime Co. knew the perfect kid to be Experiment 1171. Now, one evening in Playtime Co., after every orphan was done with lunch, they were all called to have their goodbye ceremony. Every child was amazed when they saw Steven being picked, knowing full well that adults didn't like him. But that didn't stop every kid from cheering and yelling goodbye to Steven. Steven was so happy to know he was finally picked to have a family. He had really wished to have siblings, but he soon found out he wasn't being picked to have a family, but something way worse. During the extraction, Steven was flailing around, trying to escape, but it was no use. He was strapped down on the table. He had no voice to speak with. Tears dripped down his face from the immense pain. He felt hands rummaging through his body and under his bones, taking what they needed and leaving what they didn't. Steven would soon wake up with a new body and new siblings, but not human ones. Steven was put in a cell and he was left there for weeks, being interviewed every day by scientists and being watched every night. Soon, he was able to be let free into the theater, where there he would do plays for kids and make them laugh. But he was very much hostile to the adults for what they did to him. Sadly, in the future, parents didn't like Snuggy. They thought he was a bad role model for their kids. And so Playtime Co. took down all the Snuggy toys from shelves and put a fresh new layer of paint on walls with his image on it. It was like he didn't even exist. Since Steven was a bigger version of Snuggy, they decided to throw Steven in his holding cell to rot and eventually die there. One night, Steven used all of his strength to break open the large cell door. He sprinted on all fours towards the exit of the prison. Alarms went off and security ran after him. Steven would make it to the main lobby after bashing hordes of security. But then came his final challenge to escape. The speakers roared with someone telling something to stop Steven. Steven looked all around trying to find out who the man was talking to. Out of nowhere, a large blue creature lunged at Steven and pinned him to the ground. It was Experiment 1170, Huggy Wuggy. Huggy and Steven had a huge brawl with boxes, toys, and human bodies flying everywhere. But out of nowhere, another large creature lunged at Steven. It was Experiment 1222. The three giant creatures brawled for hours, but eventually Stephen won the fight. He looked to the door on his left, and he raced to the exit to be free, until the ground beneath him crumbled and he fell into an endless hole, knowing all of his hard work of escaping was for nothing. He screamed one last time before a loud thud occurred, accompanied by silence. And Stephen was never to be seen again. Huggy and Experiment 1222 were put back in their cells for failing their job. And 2 weeks after the incident, everything went back to normal for the company and for everyone who worked there. And that's all the content I have for you for now. I hope you guys liked the video. I really did have fun making this, and I would like to make more videos more frequently in the future. But I thank you guys for watching, and I'm your host JC, and I'll see y'all in the next one.